welcome to TeaTime. Spin. How's it going? Ooh, greetings from Spain. That's fun.
Greetings from Jeremy. Where are we?
Yeah. Greetings from outer space.
Greetings from wherever we are.
Glad I ordered one of the ocean blue squares.
Yeah, those things are cool, weren't they? I like that. It was exactly what I wanted to be listening to as we got into this mode right now. Yeah, you got nice little gaps in there. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun.
Working on the purple, the perfect stutters. Could you pan that down? There's too much headspace.
Yeah, I had to take a...
It feels like I'm
throwing the hats
3
away
feet
for a
tall.
while. The hats are messing up my locks.
There we go. Now my head's cut off. There we go. I don't know why, but just now I feel a bit more relaxed. Any favorite artists, producers, Jeremy?
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to think of one of my favorite ones that I've been listening to right now. Let me just make sure I don't get the name wrong.
Bit more. You zoom out or pan up. There you go. Thank you. You listen to any Death Grips? That sounds like one to look up. You know, sometimes we stream on Mondays, sometimes we stream on Sundays, sometimes we stream on days that end in Y.
Oh, yeah. Hey, but we have...
And
our
today we're
streams-
streaming today.
And am I wrong? We have our next stream already thought out, possibly, or the date?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, we're,
So we have our next date of a stream.
For anyone that's actually paying attention in some minor regard, maybe you'll remember, maybe you won't, but we'll be back on, I'm gonna say, one of the more entertaining days of the year. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Dynavap's most entertaining, for sure. It's the holiday built around it.
Now that's cool. You see that from Lawless? Dynavap, the only reason I have my notifications on. I can relate to that
That's
because
fun.
I'm pretty confident that until it might have happened accidentally with a phone reset or something like that, my phone was on silent for months. I didn't hear a single notification. That was nice.
I gotta type in some of these influence.
Oh, okay. Do not disturb. Well, whatever that means. It means it doesn't make a whole bunch of noises that I don't want to hear.
It doesn't even vibrate.
Oh. Anytime we'll be able to get the Stealth B2 tip on its own, anytime soon. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how.
The Stealth B2?
Yeah, the tips we may be able to do. I'm guessing if we do that, it's going to be sometime in like maybe June. We'll just see how well the Stealth line continues to sell through as a product. You know, so we can decide how much of the manufacturing resources we want to dedicate to making parts as well as full devices, right? Yeah. Just took your snow tires off. Yeah.
It's about time.
I think I can probably take my snow tires off too. I mean, we had a nice snowfall, last week or so. It was fantastic.
Oh,
You actually get the snow tires
Didn't
off.
last very long.
So they last a little bit longer. Are you going to send MXL to third-party sites? The goal is, yes, to start offering our stealth products to our other retailers or wholesale accounts very soon. And the shipment to restock them on the Dynavap.eu site, I think, left today. So if all goes well, they should be back in stock. Best guess sometime around Tuesday.
Nice.
Anyway.
55. It was like close to that yesterday.
Oh, I think it was closer to 70 yesterday.
Yeah.
It was so nice. And I'm thinking, man, it's warm. Things are drying out. It hasn't rained in a while.
A little wind.
Gonna get out and hit some trails. And I was going about my stuff, just trying to wrap up the day and get caught up on things. And instead of going for a ride in the middle of the day, which would have been optimal, things got quiet. I'm trying to take care of some email. Could hear the CNC machine running in the background. And then it's like, oh, is that rain?
Yeah, on the especially on this building.
Yeah, it's steel building, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why the phone signal is so phenomenal in here. You know, it just reflects around until it finds its way out.
Right.
But no, the rain hitting the steel roof, which can be actually kind of soothing.
Oh yeah.
Unless you
Right.
want to get out and hit a trail that is now going to be muddy.
It's so amplified.
And then it's not so soothing. Yeah, a foot of snow last Monday, then 74 degrees. Yep. That was Wisconsin this March. Will we see a new Omni this year? Well, the answer is not no. How's that?
So you're
Omni
saying
Electrum.
there's a chance.
Well, you know, a stealth Omni Electrum.
Ooh.
Would you write that down to make sure we
Good
don't forget?
grief. That's a mouthful.
Let's see if we can do that. That would be pretty
That would be
badass, wouldn't it?
Really awesome.
Yep. Is there any talk about the idea yet? Well, there's more talk about it now.
How's the spring break treating you?
I don't know. Is it spring break?
Yeah, I mean,
Are you breaking?
no, not me particularly.
Spring break for me was in February.
Yeah, this is the universal spring break, not the personal spring break. I guess if that's what you call it.
I don't know. It's something that I guess I'm just not really participating in. And I no longer have much of a reason to be participating in it because there just isn't anyone in my immediate family that it affects.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I love that Obsidian Omni.
Well, I guess I mean you can call it a spring break vacation. I went to Medieval Times. You heard of it?
Oh, down by Chicago.
Yeah.
Like that's before you even get to O'Hare, so it's kind of like in the very outskirts.
I call it tiptoeing right on the edge. Chicago.
Oh, edging near
Because the
Chicago.
traffic's almost getting bad.
So you're edging near Chicago.
Yes.
Okay.
The traffic just like right at this area starts to get pretty gnarly, and you're like, all right, thank God we don't have to go on any further.
What is that Dynavap stand, and when can I buy it? That Dynavap stand is just a 3D printed variation that we've been experimenting with just to show things off. And if you want one, just send us a message at TeaTime@Dynavap.com, and we'll do our best to accommodate. And also, let's see if we can just put that up on Thingiverse. Make sure it's up there.
It is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Thingiverse.
So.
We can also sell it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't have a 3D printer, you know, especially if you're watching the live stream, because you know the people that tune into this live stream, you're kind of like part of the inner circle.
Oh yeah.
We'll go out of our way for you. So if you don't have a 3D printer, we'll print one for you. No problem.
LARPing at medieval times.
If you do have a 3D printer, you can go on Thingiverse and download the file and print it yourself. Which I think is kind of a neat
That's
thing.
really cool. Yeah, that you can do that.
I've read the one is being discontinued. Well,
Where's that read?
there's a lot of information that thankfully I've been participating in this whole adventure for quite a while, that I've got a pretty good feel for what is actually going on, even though there's still been a few things that have surprised me, but none of it's really negative. And what it amounts to is more along the lines of we're just working out the final details for when the next shipment's going to arrive. They're not quite sold out yet. They may sell out for a short period of time. The likelihood that they're going to be restocked is very good. I like to grow garlic. In fact, the garlic is sprouted.
All right.
And something that just brings a little joy into my
It's funny.
my day this time of year. The garlic's up in green before the grass turns green. It's like one of the first things to emerge from the winter.
Somebody was talking about the tomato soup at medieval times. It was like exceptionally good. Yeah. They called it dragon's blood, and they got neon lights, like kind of coming in. So it's really red when they pour it into this like metal bowl.
Oh, okay, okay.
And she comes by and she says it to everybody. So she's like, "Dragon's breath," and like one of my kids was like totally off.
But it's tomato soup.
Yeah. And like there's like kind of a red neon light.
I'd be
glowing,
pretty
so
off put by it too.
It is like just calling any like thing in a bowl blood is kind of like
But that's not the thing.
But-
I just don't like tomato soup at all. The aroma is actually off-putting to me.
And I mean this what they call this was like what's the difference between tomatoes? Is bisque still the soup? Is it just
I don't
a
know.
different version?
To me, what's the difference between tomato soup and runny ketchup?
with a little bit more water and spices?
You know, tomato soup is basically ketchup and milk
Could you
warmed up.
fool somebody by taking some like Heinz 57 ketchup and like trying to make tomato soup out of it?
Yeah, if you
Oh man.
you mixed ketchup with milk and warmed it up, it sounds like
He's right.
it sounds like a
right.
type of tomato soup that
Weirdly
some
sounds
people would
good.
like, and it's going to become like some viral internet thing that, you know, like the 3-ingredient cookbook, right? Except now it's only 2. It's ketchup, milk, pot, and you have tangy tomato soup with only 2 ingredients.
Oh, this one got good. My grandma used to make she used to can half jars of thick tomato soup,
Yep.
and she would leave a room so you could just pop the jar and put milk in.
Wow.
Just like you were basically talking about.
I'm just reading this chat and I'm just seeing some amazing stuff, right? Just in terms of
I know, it's fun.
tomatoes are so interestingly divisive. is good stuff, Jeremy.
Isn't this fun?
You know, as this
It's
is
all
kind
live.
of as this has kind of evolved over I don't know the last few months as you've been playing with the little instrument stuff.
Yeah, well, I
I
spend a lot of time doing this.
It's just so super fun.
And I play everything live, so it's all one take.
Oh, I like it. I only soak my tips in tomato soup. Does it clean them well? I mean, there's no reason why it couldn't, especially if it's warm, because it
Interesting.
will.
Well, it's acidic too, right? So
Yeah, you can use ketchup to clean things
For
if you don't
sure.
mind the smell.
And as long as it's not on something white carpety. Actually, clean up that soda spill with
I
this
heard ketchup is great for like cleaning white jeans, like
Oh,
what you're
good
wearing.
Grief. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you just rub it on there, you know, to get the oil off.
Yeah.
So when you get oil on your jeans, you just oh, look at that. Yeah. That's another thing I've always wondered. Is there technically a difference between catsup and ketchup? I mean, ketchup seems like something you do when you're falling behind.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Oh yeah. How cool is that?
Lemon.
I'd rather use lemon to clean. I'm with you. I mean,
Lemon for sure.
you know, sometimes you can get cleaning products like that are lemon scented.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many cleaning products that are tomato scented.
No.
That just sounds gross.
Not at all.
I mean, would you like, you know, is it like Meyer's Clean Day, tomato scented?
Tomato scented. You got tomato scented dryer sheets. I like my clothes smelling fresh tomato-y.
Well, have fun going back to work. I think we had a pretty nice day here. Yeah. Well, I'd say if you're wondering what's going to happen April 1st, join us. We're going to do a live stream April 1st at 9 a.m. Central.
All right.
Is our plan.
Let's go.
So you might have to get up early.
I'm ready. Yeah, I can do that.
How do I switch this
My
camera?
internal clock doesn't let me sleep in too late anyway.
Give me that
Otherwise, I
push
just
button here.
lay there.
Just grab it.
I find it like the worst feeling to just be
Autofocus?
laying
There
in
we
bed,
go.
like
Check this
awake.
out. Look at that cool pattern. I know, I don't like that. I don't know how good the colors are coming through. This is totally not black and white. There's some interesting greens and other colors here. I think the camera looks like it's reasonably in focus. I just wanted to show this off because compared to like the regular M. There we go. Yeah, look at that. So this is kind of a little bit of an oopsie play around kind of. Well, that's not quite what I was expecting.
it's so cool. Look at the color.
Yeah, Stealth M7XL.
Look at the way it captures all the.
It hits the
lights.
light so
Yeah.
nice. Isn't it just cool?
The original does not hit the green.
No,
light.
no,
This
not
one,
at all.
like, soaks in the green light. That's so wacky.
Let me change the angle. You can see how it just changes the way that it looks. It's so nice having a camera that
so cool.
focuses.
Yeah, this camera's so
You
epic.
can see how rough my fingers are for scale. Isn't it just neat?
It's so good. I'm fascinated by
So
how the light
this is
captures.
what we're giving away today.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah. So during our giveaways,
Look at
yeah,
that.
you're gonna get one of these.
Oh, and it's stealth mode.
It's titanium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Cool.
titanium M7 XL sort of
I
stealth.
cannot explain how awesome it looks. in person.
sort
The
of
camera
stealth.
was doing such a weird close-up that I didn't expect it to be this far away and small
Isn't it-
now.
It's
Look
just
here.
nice visually. Just, I don't know, the Duradyne textures
It's kinda like a
and
chain.
colors are just so phenomenal.
A small chain effect.
I just want more people to get them in their hands so they can feel the difference. Send to Portugal? Sure, no problem.
Yeah, this is sick.
This is sick. The scratch resistance, the coloration, and just the intricate patterns and textures are just so fantastically fun.
Yeah, that's a
What
bad
is
idea.
Duradyne? Duradyne is a high-precision technical surface modification that is primarily focused on reactive metals, such as titanium, niobium, and other metals that you'd find in that column and or adjacent area in the periodic table, and alloys that contain them. So it's not a coating, it's a modification. So another way to think about it is, if you're familiar at all with metallurgy when it comes to, say, steel, okay, there's a process where you can case harden steel, which is effectively exposing the outer layer of your steel to the right conditions and or some additional elements that effectively diffuse carbon into the crystalline lattice of that steel alloy.
To make it harder, or more
Which exactly,
strength,
when
yeah.
and it's such an interesting thing that's happening. If you precision machine your piece of steel and you case harden it, the dimensions effectively don't change other than potentially a little bit of warping if you don't control your temperatures properly. But what does happen is the density of that material at the surface changes because of this really interesting principle called diffusion. And that's carbon is not a very big molecule, okay? And there's enough of a space in the lattice for most steel alloys, including a lot of stainless steel alloys, that enables a small amount of carbon to literally soak in like water into a dry sponge,
Okay.
okay? It's soaking in, it's not lying on top,
Right.
okay? Which then interfaces with and creates chemical bonds and significantly hardens the surface, as well as changing the magnetic permeability. It's
Interesting.
it's really interesting.
What's magnetic permeability?
What's magnetic permeability?
Does it have to do with magnetism
It has a lot to do with magnetism.
and the strength of?
So, here's the thing. If I take a strong magnet and I cut open an aluminum can and I put some aluminum there, okay,
Right.
and then I put something magnet on the other side, the magnetic field goes right through.
Yep.
Okay. Because aluminum effectively is impermeable to a magnetic field.
Okay.
Okay. Which sounds almost counterintuitive. We think, well, it's super permeable, it just goes right through. Well, magnetic permeability really is intended to describe how magnetic a material can be.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. So how magnetic? Interesting. So it becomes more magnetic.
now that's fun. You know, I haven't gone to see that movie yet. I know Rowan said he did.
What movie?
Project Hail Mary.
Oh. I haven't either.
I think if you haven't read the book, it's probably going to be a lot of fun. Go see that movie. And then I would strongly encourage get the audiobook, because the audiobook is fantastic. And I think it's important to do it in that order because the audiobook, because the audiobook is, I think, 12 hours long, there's just way, way, way more details than you can possibly pack into a 2-hour movie. So there has to be cuts.
Yeah.
And there has to be,
Right.
because of the way that the movie industry seems to operate, there has to be creative license given to make the cuts still function.
Yeah, and they pick importance.
And so I'm not trying to be critical when I say this. I'm just trying to communicate information that
Right.
if you've read the book or listened to the audiobook, like almost any movie that's made from a book, you're going to find some discrepancies that sometimes makes the experience a little bit less than what you might want it to be.
Yeah, I agree.
I think with that taken into consideration, the likelihood it's going to be optimal is to do it in this order. Movie first, book second. Because then the movie gives you someone's interpretation and some visuals and a shorter, compressed, condensed story.
Yep.
And then if you like that, well then the books gives you all the rest of the details
The
in a
deeper
really,
dive.
really neat way.
Yeah.
You guys haven't watched it. Hoppers is great. Okay. So, Lord of the Rings, yeah. And I get that too. Even though Lord of the Rings is some of the longest movies made, I mean, those books aren't short either.
No. No. And there's quite a bit more detail in the books too.
Because there can be, because, you know, for the most part, people aren't trying to read a book in 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
You know, hey, it's Friday night. You want to go out and read a book? You know?
Yeah. how
Get
big
dinner
is
and
it?
read a book? I mean, and I'm not trying to say that that's a bad idea, but how often
No,
do
you
you
probably
get
won't
together with
finish
someone
it, though.
and go have dinner and then read a book for 2 hours? You know, it's just a
Yeah.
whole different
It's a whole
experience,
different
right?
thing, yeah.
Book is reverse engineering. So, what's your week been like? I mean, have you had much chance to?
I mean, it's-
I'm hearing some new stuff, which
I'll
I'm
tell
loving.
you what I've been doing
Tell me
this
what
week.
you've been doing.
So, I'm in the process of a lot more of this, but I have had to focus on my trees this week.
Oh, it is time to prune your trees.
Pruning time
Yeah.
is almost past.
Hey.
We got kind of lucky with this weather kind of keeping on colding.
Yeah, I should probably cut
So-
back. My peach trees are really small. I'll probably do a little bit of light pruning,
Yeah.
just for shaping
My
purposes.
peach and pears were really easy. I have a crab tree that I haven't pruned in 3 years. So I just finished that. It took me a day and a half.
Oh,
There was, I mean, like
okay.
over 2-inch twigs
Yeah,
here. I had
yeah,
to go get a
not the
special
kinda
type
you
of
want.
loppers to
Yeah.
like be able to do that. And then, you know, chainsaw, little bit of saw. So, but I finally got that done, and now it looks just
That's
amazing. So I
fantastic.
can't wait to see what this crabapple tree looks like this year. Nice and pruned. Do you have any need for crab apples? I know I just don't. Not much. I know my grandma talked about people pickling them and stuff like that. It's like interesting. I don't. What's a good use for a crab apple? Anyone? Crab apples?
Crab apples are great in someone else's yard, so I can look at them when they bloom.
Yeah, the tree is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
The tree is beautiful.
to me,
the blossoms.
that's the extent of the utility for crab apples, in my opinion.
All
They're
my apple
fantastic
trees.
in someone else's
Can't wait to
yard,
see
so
them
I can
bloom.
see them when they bloom.
Yep.
Other than that, I mean, they look awesome for what, 3 days? Which is fantastic in the spring because there's a lot of brown, and it's nice to see something just.
Yeah,
look at
I
all
have-
that pink. There's a big pink thing right there.
Yep, I have 2 really pink ones by the house that are in this little garden that I have, and they're just so beautiful. They don't produce many fruits. Those.
Oh, I guess horses like them,
Oh, that would make sense.
and they're good for pectin, for thickening your jam. Okay. You know, the few that I've tried to eat are rather astringent,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is it's such an interesting sensation to put something astringent into your mouth.
Describe, like bitter? Like,
No.
What are we?
It's not so much a flavor as it is a texture.
Okay.
It near instantaneously turns the entire inside of your mouth into something that feels like sandpaper rubbing on sandpaper.
Ooh. That sounds pretty rough. Okay. Interesting.
And then after a couple minutes it goes away. But it's not like eating something really sour. I mean, persimmons are fantastic for that too. You know, an unripe persimmon can be borderline irritatingly astringent.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of Macintosh apples either. They're
Oh, those are just the basic red, kind of like
well,
dark red.
no.
No.
No, Macintosh apples are basically applesauce inside of a skin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
real mushy,
They're,
real soft.
they're really soft and I would say borderline pithy. I hear pectin is good for passing a drug test. Well, maybe it is. For those of you that are in a position where that's one of those things you have to deal with on an occasional basis.
Get you a crabapple tree.
Well, no, I would strongly encourage you to go online somewhere, Amazon, Walmart, or wherever your favorite store is, doesn't matter, and just buy some of the drug test kits. They don't cost very much. And then just experiment so you can actually feel comfortable and confident with how it all works. That's
Agree.
It's a thing that I kind of struggle with the concept. I think under some circumstances it makes sense, but not very many. I think it's a major intrusion into people's privacy, especially if they're not causing problems and they're getting the work done.
Right.
Okay. Now, there are certain conditions where you want to make sure that people aren't behaving poorly.
Like a doctor.
I don't want to get into specifics, but
Well,
it's a challenging thing.
I guess where it gets weird is how do you test? What's the difference between the use of alcohol per some of these other things that they're testing for?
Right.
Because when you're off of either of these things in this moment,
Yeah.
you're not under the influence of anything. So why are we testing things that are being in your system for up to 20 days or something like this? This makes absolutely
It's
no
all about
sense.
political control.
Right. So
So
makes no
that
sense.
being the case, understand your variables. Okay. Order some of your own drug test little strips. So they don't cost very much when you buy them in bulk. I think you can buy a 20 pack or a 50 pack for $15.
Yep.
They're really, really cheap. Okay. And understand your variables. Test yourself. And if you're going to try other various things to maybe adjust how those things read, try it out where you're not risking anything other than, that didn't work like I thought it would. And just give yourself some additional information. Right?
right.
It just matters. You want to have that information. You want to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah. Right. I agree.
And the I guess the last thing I'll say on that, because I think it's important and relevant, is these really cheap do-it-yourself at home test kits. If you have to get tested for work, that's all they use. Okay? Until, that shows positive. Then they send it off to the more expensive test to verify it. So if you can pass the little home test, you're good to go. You're home free.
Agree.
We need a rave. Well, that could be arranged.
Sounds fun to me.
I mean,
I probably got
think-
enough.
I
I probably got enough material for only 2 days straight
okay.
worth of music.
Well, it's not unusual that people tend to convene and celebrate some beautiful music in this area.
Yeah, this has
So
been done.
if you're up for it, be in touch. If you are going to be traveling to the area, get in touch with us. We'll let you know.
Please.
We enjoy good music that makes you want to get up and move. Kind of do the opposite of what we're doing right now. But at the same time, you can take a break and do this for a bit too.
Anybody wants to come in, I will come in too. We will
Yeah.
all be here. It'll be so fun.
Dynajam 2026.
Oh yeah, that's a really good thing.
You know what? Why not? We've got that stuff. You want to come up to a rave? Reach out. TeaTime at Dynavap.com.
Yep.
Can't promise it'll be a rave, but I can promise that if you come up,
What defines
there'll
rave?
be some nice music and
Is there a definition for it specifically?
we'll just let people define it for themselves.
Because
We're gonna have a celebration.
I would say yes.
I'm liking this unusual titanium, not quite stealth XLM.
I can't believe how long this keeps spinning.
Oh, isn't that just fantastic? It's a really good one.
So fun.
I love the spin lace.
Wow.
It's just super fun.
The way it just went so slow.
Yeah. So, what else we got going on, Jeremy? I mean,
Well,
I think it's going to be a pretty intense summer. A lot of interesting things coming together, huh?
yeah. No, actually.
Giveaway started.
Yeah. There's
Oh, awesome. YouTube giveaways on. So, throw a colon in the chat for a chance to win one of these really cool, not quite a stealth titanium M7 XL, which, if you weren't paying attention earlier, or you just joined, here's what they kind of look like.
All titanium.
Yep, titanium stem, titanium tip, titanium mouthpiece, stainless condenser. So it's the same condenser as the regular M7 XL.
Look how clean that mouthpiece is.
I just like how
Dang. It's just so nice on the camera.
in the Duradyne just catches that
Look
shine.
how good at details that you can get here. I mean, look how good that machining is.
I think it's cool.
That's so good.
You know,
The process of that. and to
I like
get
how
to
fat that
way,
sounds.
It's so awesome. Yeah, they're bringing in fat little bass leads.
yeah. This texture is just like, yeah. Is it a Hyperdyne mouthpiece on here? It might be.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's the hyper mouthpiece?
Huh. Here's an M7 stealth mouthpiece for comparison. You know, I just love it how people just tend to pay attention to the details.
That's
I just
pretty
love
good
it.
details because I mean they don't look too far apart from.
No. That's nice.
That's pretty epic.
But look at this texture. And it just moves so much in the light. I don't think I can get
It's hard
the
to describe.
angular
like,
focus.
The spirals that are kind of going. Like.
Wow, that focus is
It's
insanely
incredibly
good.
Yeah.
Wow. And you can see when the focus goes up and down the
Got
stem.
that thing dialed in.
I am so happy that this camera came into the mix.
Yeah, it's fantastically epic.
Look at that texture. You know, that's why this Duradyne, I think, is just it's a big deal. It brings elements into the mix that just nothing else does. We start selling condensers with no tabs, no O-rings for the newer mouthpieces. How are we gonna hold them together? And the pattern's definitely less blue and purple. I'd say it's more of a silver, yellow, and green mixture. No, it's not a regular stealth. That's some. I'm not gonna call them one-offs because I've got 3. They kind of got ran with some slightly different settings than the regular M7 stealth,
Okay.
and so probably got an M7 stealth somewhere around here. It's a lot more blue. Oh, great. Look at that preparation. You know what? How about we just do a comparison?
And then put the normal M7 in there too.
So this kind of shows the difference in the pattern. And I mean, the camera to me is, there's not a lot of color saturation, but that might be some of the settings in the display. So hopefully it's translating through. Yeah, so it's a finer pattern on the alternative. That's the one in the giveaway.
It's like glitching color, I can see it.
Yeah, color glitch.
Oh. She gave up. Wait, you
Just stopped moving.
It's so still.
Yeah, they're pretty neat, aren't they?
Yeah, that was epic. That camera's awesome.
It's so nice to actually be able
To focus on the details that matter.
to be able to zoom in and to get it into focus and show how cool some of the stuff that we make here really is. Because if you haven't actually seen it and touched it, it's just really hard to get a feel for what it is. And there's just so much detail in some of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the background music. Okay, you know what? We can do more macro shots.
Heck yeah. Get the lineup out.
Get the normal M7 that's in front of it.
Okay. That's not quite a normal M7. It's an M7 stem with a Steelix tip. But that's great because it does help illustrate the contrast in the color spread or spectrum between these three products. It's not insignificant.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah. The comparisons are epic.
And you can see how these different patterns all play in the light.
Yeah, and the center one does have like a bluey, purplish tone.
And then
to
we can
it.
slide this little guy just in on the edge, maybe. You can see how reflective it is just by how the reflection of that M7 shows up here on this bong. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You can see the reflection of it in this bong.
Holy shit.
So it really helps communicate how shiny this is. Look, you can see the reflection of that rocker right in there. Tell me that's not just neat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can see it showing up on the mouthpiece now.
And that's the stealth.
Yeah, this is the Vong X Stealth.
That's so cool.
You might even have a regular Vong.
Because it's
somewhere.
not. Yeah, it's not like when it's dark. It's still shiny, dark. Like it's like
Yeah.
almost like an obsidian type of like shine, or graphite-y like gloss.
You know, it's tough though because it's all black and white. When you look at this, it looks like it could just be silver.
Right. It's hard to come across even.
Is it though? Is it silver? Or is it just... I don't know.
Is it just really
The
dark
green,
silver?
the green on this Vong is likely from the lights.
Yes, there's
There's-
awesome.
If you're looking at this,
You can see the reflection of it right now underneath the tip of the Vong. That
Yeah,
light is
that's
the
the
color.
green.
Yeah, that's the green light.
let's see, I can, yeah, watch. See, I can shut that off. Now it's back.
You want me to shut it off?
No, change
No,
the
it's-
color.
I think it's epic.
It looks pretty cool.
It's adding a really cool
just for the hell of
element.
it, just change the color. Make it purple or something. Oh, now it's blue.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, now isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Now we got the purple. That's showing it off. I'm gonna see what that does to some other ones, right?
Yeah, those are dope. Yeah, that's a cool color.
How neat. Love this.
Man, you almost just want to start snapping shots with this thing
Oh.
while you're playing with it right now.
I'm recording.
Oh, I mean, yeah. There's some. I think there's some good imaging here. just shows off just a lot of the details of what's really going on.
Well, it's really hard to portray these fine details from until you get your hands on it, you know?
Yeah, if you guys can focus up close, even with glasses, and you can see details, you'll be able to see a lot of this stuff. And there's a lot going on these products when you get up close. You know, just even like little textures that are machined in to the outside of this chamber here. And another one that I really like is this one.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why people are asking for just that tip.
Oh, this tip is super cool.
That's very unique.
I gotta go for a different angle.
Is it like 3/4 the size? Is that how we're calling it? So it's like 3/4 the size, titanium. Very interesting tip.
Just look at how the fastest just catches the light. You can see how it shifts to purple in the different angles and just rolls across.
And then even though this is titanium, it's still got that massive chunk there for retaining heat.
Titanium. It's got that, I think, phenomenal Duradyne, technical surface modification. Turns it black, makes it scratch resistant. And if I go in like here, actually I can really zoom in because get it close. Look at that. You can see the texture and everything. And we even got a little logo here, kind of right on the chamber. So it's the only tip that we put a logo on the chamber like that.
Oh, that's fascinating. Is it like pretty hard to see otherwise?
Oh, it's tiny.
I know. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen it.
I think it's barely a millimeter tall. In fact, it might not even be a millimeter tall.
What other fine details with the camera do we need to... Oh, no, I've never seen that. That's fun. It's so tiny.
That's on all the B2 tips, by the way. All of them.
I guess I just haven't really noticed it.
Well, it's tiny.
I mean, I think I can see the reflection of it better in this than on the original. It really blends in on the original.
What's that?
That logo.
Oh, yeah, because it's all stainless?
Yeah.
You know, I think it does stand a little bit more
That
in the
has
right
a
light
little bit
here.
of
But that's because you got that.
The light.
Light, yeah.
We have awesome lighting going on right here.
Yeah. Is the new B-stem a bit firmer? It depends on how you describe firmer. I mean, it's generally made out of the same material. The condenser helps keep things from getting too flimsy. Anyway, yeah. Stay medicated and stay hydrated. Absolutely.
I need a t-shirt or hat or something.
There's some writing at the bottom of
That's
Unibody.
great saying.
Yep. Yeah, there's other things too. Yeah. Here's a fun one. Did you know? Let's see how good this camera is.
Wow.
This camera is so good. Need to like shut the.
And this is so hard to see even on here because it's
adjust
that
the aperture
small.
a little bit, but I can see the Made in USA there.
I see that, and then the other side has.
I cannot hardly believe that this camera pulls that in. That's just
have you
fantastic.
ever been able to pick that up on any type of camera?
Well, it's
But
tough.
you know.
It's a tough shot because the stem here is the wall thickness is only 1 millimeter, and we have to machine it. So these letters are less than a millimeter tall as well, and that is going to be on. Should be on pretty much all of the M7 stems that we've made since we introduced the product.
Oh yeah.
A little while ago.
No, it was a detail that I found just by cleaning, and I was like just impressed with the details and the placement of your details, or would some call them Easter eggs?
Well, hello, Ted Alert. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, if everything goes well, I'll be in Germany in June.
All right.
Might not get there until just a couple days before
You doing the big
Mary
trip?
Jane. Well, the thing is, Force Fields is the weekend before,
Yes.
and I kind of want to
I
be
have
there
that. I'm
because I
ready
think
for
it's
that.
important for us to be there.
Yeah.
So there's a nice music festival happening in northern Wisconsin in the very first weekend of June, and we're trying to figure out what's the best way to congregate as many members of the Dynaverse there. I think it'd be super fun to just be hanging out with a whole bunch of
Yep. No, that's what we're doing. We're gonna see how many people we can
a bunch
collect.
of you know.
Force
Yep,
hang
it's called
out.
Force Fields. It's going to be in Cadott, Wisconsin, first weekend in June. And the current plan is we're going to be there, going to have our own camp, and we're going to do some cool stuff.
Really cool stuff.
So, well, not all the caps have a serial number and year etched. I think we started that in 2018 with the introduction of the Shadow M, I think is when we started. So the caps that are older than that may not have that information.
Okay.
But yeah, we've been putting them on for a while, which is just kind of fun.
Yeah, the serial numbers.
Yeah, I should ask Austin to aggregate that because it kind of gives us an indicator in terms of how many of those caps we've made.
Yeah.
Not every one of them makes it into a device, but a lot of them do.
It would be interesting to know how many
Yeah.
caps have.
I don't think
Come
I'll be at
through.
Spanavis this year. I know they moved it from Barcelona to Bilbao. There will be some Dynavap folks there, but I think my trip to Europe this year is likely going to be in June. How long till we get these new goodies in Europe? If you're talking about like the Stealth M7 XL, Vong X, and B2, they're there. The M7 XL sold out actually pretty fast. But we're diligently working on that, and I think we got a replenishment shipment out to the EU today, so it should be back in stock in a couple days. And congratulations, at Steve.
Oh, he got it.
Yep. So that's gonna be one of these cool little guys.
This thing is sick.
Is it the colored one? Yeah, this one.
I just can't, every time I pick it up, I'm like,
Oh, it's just so cool with the titanium.
so weird. I'm so used to holding so many of these, and they're
And they're just
stainless
heavier.
steel, and they're heavy. Yeah. So as many as I've had in my hand to pick up the same thing that is 35 or whatever percent lighter is fascinating.
The M7 looks a bit darker than the regular Stealth one. Well, I guess it kind of depends on the light, but here. So, the Stealth M7 is the one here at the top. The regular M7 is the next one. And the one that we're shipping to the people that won our giveaway today is the one that my finger is adjacent to. So you can kind of see the whole
We'll work on the color.
color.
balance thing,
Yeah,
'cause I think the camera's not dialed in there, but
yeah.
focus-wise, it's better.
We'll meet at Vince Trip Up Your Life. Cool. I'll likely be there.
Stealth M7 is the best device. I mean,
It's pretty
it's
awesome.
pretty freaking awesome. Already, it was like an upgrade of everything of the M. The airflow for me was like, wow. And now you're putting it in all titanium.
I like titanium.
Especially with the mouthpiece, all of it. I don't think it would get too hot if it was taken off, but sometimes I always wonder about that.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the texture.
So nice. But nothing spins like stainless steel on a Spinley.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that, but it spins nice.
I guess you could put a Hyperdyne tip on there and we might be getting some good rotation. Just a little more massed of titanium.
Yeah, we're gonna put some iridium on there.
Ooh. Oh, that'd be so cool.
The G3 is pretty fantastic for flavor, but I do agree that one of these stealth devices, a little bit bigger capacity,
Yeah.
a little bit more power.
That's what it comes down to. I mean, I love the G3. I think for the price and what you're able to get, wow. But I mean, you're a little risk on it, you know what I mean? So to have like one of these units, you can't break it. So I mean, you've definitely you got what you got.
I wonder what the M Plus would look like with stealth, because we did some M Plus classics that just had a smooth surface and gave them a Duradyne finish, made them out of titanium. They look pretty nice, but the texture on the M Plus I think it's kind of next level. Do we have one of those? Is that kit nearby? I'm pretty sure there's one of those in that kit.
I'll grab one.
That thing is just amazing.
Which one is this?
The M Plus.
Oh, okay.
There's a number of people that when we released it that certainly made some interesting comments regarding the texture. But I doubt that any of those people were able to see or feel the texture in person.
Okay.
It was just, I think it's just ridiculous in terms of what it is.
Stealth Omni 2018. Yeah, that would be dope. Did you do any dark ones of those back
No.
then? No, I don't
No.
think so. I can't think of anything.
Well, actually, we did. So, did we sell
Because there
those?
were colors and
I'm trying to remember if we did a Phantom version of that. I know we did some testers. Pretty sure we might have.
well, you had the ones that were coated, right?
Yep.
And there was maybe a black one of those. It was like you said, maybe a test.
Yep,
Yeah,
for sure. I always liked that.
those were super nice.
Oh, did you find one? Look at that. Well, that's not quite what I was looking for, but it'll get the point across. This texture is super cool.
Oh yeah, it's almost like a wood grain. It's so interesting.
We'll see if we get the camera to zoom in. There we go. Now you can actually see
Wow, that's
How-
so awesome.
amazing this.
Look at the little M's.
Yeah, I mean,
That's so cool.
it's the details, right? You know, it's almost like a little holograph, but it's there, and you can see there's these little cool little squiggles
Yeah,
in the pattern.
it's crazy.
And even here around the logo, the machine lines, they're there, but they're faceted. So if you look real carefully, what you see is there's this flat plane here. Just if you watch how the light hits it, it's flat there. But then, if you look right next to the airport, come on, focus. You can see there's actually individual flats underneath the logo.
How did you do
You see that?
Was it offset?
Isn't that neat?
Interesting, yeah.
So there's this little striped facets.
Yeah, the
But
light
this
really
is
tells.
just super fun. Just looking at how that pattern and texture is in there. I think this was one of my favorite M stems that we've ever made.
Well, this one had the most in the dark for me. I could feel.
Oh yeah,
The
and, you know,
airport,
I see it right
exactly
here,
where
right?
it was.
You know, great for sensory.
Yep, that's what it was.
Absolutely,
Yep.
it was engineered specifically for that. You can have an M plus between your fingers, and without needing to look at it, you can easily and very distinctly feel exactly where everything is. Plus the edges of how some of the things are machined are sharp enough that it provides fantastic tactile feedback and grip. Anyway,
Yeah, no, those are so good for no lookers.
first M was a 2018. Okay. I mean, that's 8 years
2018.
ago.
I mean, that's getting back to whenever I got my first M.
You know, it's nice that
I might have been 1 year before that, just like right on the end of it.
you know, as a company, we've been selling product now comfortably for over 10 years.
Right.
Okay. You know, as we hit July or so, it'll technically be 11. We've got product out there that's lasting longer than
Oh
a
yeah.
decent number of cars.
Actually, that's kind of interesting. Actually, it's really fun going to some of the festivals, the one-wheel festivals that I've gone to, because you've been around there for a while. So some of these people are showing me their like 6th, 5th-year-old device.
Right.
And that's what they got. They built a
Yep.
case.
It still works.
Yeah, everything around it has disintegrated. All right, they built other things to put it in, because every like they talk about having the wood box, and I mean, of course, you know, it got smashed, broke, dropped, slapped. So,
Yep, but it works.
but this, yeah,
Yeah.
never fails.
Well, for what it's worth, there's not a small amount of thought that goes into the texture.
Yeah,
Sir
right.
Spliffalot.
You can see it now.
It's. I'm not saying none of it's there by accident.
It's been
But-
something that's always caught me. Yeah.
In fact-
is the attention to details that
Here's another fun one that
Dynavap.
a lot of people probably don't know about. So back to the M Plus. If you look at the mouthpiece, on a lot of mouthpieces, this area here is just a groove, right? But if you look carefully, what you can see is that it's not. It undulates, and you can kind of notice it if you follow this break line right here. You'll see how it has like a wave to it. Okay, it's because there's actually 7 individual, very tactile scallops. If you take and hold this mouthpiece between your fingers like this and just rotate, you can distinctly feel them. And they're even aligned as such as you can see where they are with like the logo and everything. It's just fun because we can.
It's awesome.
2017 with an original non-captive cap. That's cool. I don't think there's that many of those out there. I mean, that was when we were just first starting to do these things.
My question is it still operable? Like, is
Right.
it working? Does it click? Because that is awesome to know.
It's fun stuff.
Because, I mean, if it hasn't been used regularly, year by year by year, should still work.
Yeah. Does it matter if you attach the tip to the mouthpiece part, or is it just preference? It doesn't matter. You know, we try hard to make the product as universal with as much interchangeability with the components as we practically can. We can't have 100% universal compatibility, but we're trying, and we've actually put not a small amount of time and effort, literally having meetings, and it sounds overly simplistic, but I guarantee you it's not. Just trying to very specifically, precisely, and concisely describe all the necessary attributes of how the parts fit together, so we can establish a somewhat universal standard in terms of how we're going to manufacture these things, and to help us ensure consistency. Well, that's what we want to hear there, Ted Alert. When you can contribute to the people that are important to you in your life and enable them to bake their cookies instead of burning them, at least occasionally as an alternative, and you can see that it has a positive impact, it's a really, really beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
Especially when you become like regularly, that was like the turning point for me. It was like, okay, this is good, but will it stop me from the ritual of burning?
Rob says it's still working. Like he's talking about 2018. I mean,
that's
2017.
incredible.
I mean, come on.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get transferred over completely and you're just like vaping all the time, something changes. Like I don't know. It's just.
Huh.
It's
And
all a little cleaner.
the girl that gave it to him, it was gifted to her, and she didn't use it. But how beautiful that it just got paid forward again and found its way into the hands of the right person. To me, that's just fantastic. Actually, that's one more thing to write down next to the Stealth Omni Electrum. It's 2017 M stems. Ask me about that when we're done. I've got something that'll be fun. Yeah, well, I hope it's gonna be a lot more than 9 years. Just a hallmark of things that matter to me is quality and durability. And when I finally found myself in a position where I was thankfully in a place where I have influence in terms of how this is going to be made. It's like, well, I would like the products that we make to be so ridiculously durable that you literally only ever need to buy one in your entire life.
Yeah, I can't say that I've gotten another Dynavap because my last one malfunctioned. I can't. I'm gonna be honest. That's not happening. Did I need another cap? Well, maybe.
Sure.
That's the one interchangeable piece, and some caps and screens.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some consumables. You gotta put gas in your car.
Yeah, right.
You know, you gotta put cookie dough in your oven.
Oh, explain anything that only has.
But if your oven is built like it was intended to last for generations, it's really nice that all you gotta do is put cookie dough in the oven.
Yeah, right.
Bake your cookies.
Right.
You know, that's a really interesting thought. You see what it... I don't even know how to pronounce it. Is it daburned?
Daburned.
You know, you see these things where they're basically, you got the archaeologists digging up graves because if a grave is old enough, then it's acceptable to dig it up, I guess.
I guess it becomes.
I mean, because look at all these cool things that get found, right?
Right.
Well, I don't know if I'll be able to see that happen, but it is interesting to think about. Maybe there will be future civilizations that are discovering some of these things that have been around
how
for
could they not?
how long, right?
How could they not in this material? You know what I mean? This will be. I envision they found the ancient computer, the Greek computer. Do you know what I'm talking about? That was like they found it in the ocean. And
Oh,
like all the cogwheels.
Antikythera.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I envision this being like stuck in a rock in the ocean or something, still fossilized in it. That'd be pretty funny. Will it still be loaded? That's the question.
Well,
What will it be loaded with?
now that'd be cool. Get the mummy's vap caps to throw them off. we just have to age the metal a little bit. Well, I love it when people are prepared to stockpile.
Yeah. Right. Stockpile of caps and CCDs. Yeah, that's all you need.
And then there's some people out there that, for whatever reason, and whatever it is, doesn't. How should I put it? Doesn't really matter, but I certainly appreciate it. Have decided that, even though, and I feel rather confident, other than some of the stuff we make out of glass, if you buy one of our thermal extraction devices to bake your cookie dough, it should literally last you your entire lifetime and be something that you can gift to future generations. But some people seem to think that it's worthwhile buying another thing that's going to last a lifetime and then develop a collection of them. Which then now you've got this beautiful collection of things that last for generations. Well, the whole thing about lasting for generations is they get passed down to future generations.
Yeah, different.
And to me, that's just ridiculously cool. To build things that you can feel reasonably confident many of them will make it
They'll
to
make it
future
past,
generations.
They'll make it past the 20-year mark.
They'll make it to future generations.
Most things disintegrate within like 20
Whether the
years.
people that originally buy them know it or not,
Yeah.
the product is designed and intended to last for future generations in a positive way, to still be functional, not like some of the junk that we buy and use for a little while and throw away that lasts.
I have like a fan that's from, I don't know, really early 1900s, and it's all metal, still works.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, this thing has outlived every plastic fan, like 10 times over.
Yeah, I've got one of those metal fans too, where
Looks like an aviator fan.
there's like
kinda, or
3
something.
pieces of wire between you and the fan. So you can like stick your whole hand in there, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this
It,
huge
there's
gaps.
just enough wire around the fan that if it tips over, the blades
Right.
don't hit the table.
Yes.
But to keep your fingers out of the fan, no, they didn't have to put guards around fans back then because, well, either people knew not to put their fingers in there or they learned real quick.
Yeah, and these are heavy steel blades.
Yeah. Well, look at my kids get all my hand-me-down Dynas.
That's perfect.
And, that's kind of where it came from there, Ted.
Keep them clean.
I inherited a small number of tools from my grandfather. And these were tools that I can very distinctly remember using when I'd go visit him. I was pretty young, but what did you do when you go visit Grandpa? You go out in the garage and you take shit
Work on
apart, or you
stuff.
break things, or you try and fix things.
Right.
And, so he had a nice garage with a fair number of tools. And, he was pretty good about, use the tools, no problem. And so I fixed things or broke things or sometimes both and got to use those tools. and so I still have a few of them in my toolbox. And it was just one of those things that it just really resonated with me at how nice it is that every now and then I open my toolbox and I see one of these tools, and it's just a little moment.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, I remember where that came from. That was just super cool. And there's a whole story right there. And it's things like that that really inspired me to do my best to help create that same sort of experience for other people. To make a product that is engineered to last for generations so that future generations can effectively use our products as a key to a memory or to a person that was meaningful or impactful in their life.
Well, I mean, it's just fascinating to know that there is a device that you can keep for a long time. It doesn't no batteries, no electronics. It's super easy to clean. It's definitely meant to last in every regard.
Yeah,
Like every regard. And that's why I love it.
Yep. We don't make these things so that they break.
And it sucks when you lose it.
Oh, it does.
It's because it's not gonna break. You are gonna lose it. You know what I mean? Like all the bad other things.
You can break.
That comes along with.
You can
something
break
that
it.
doesn't break.
We've broken them. It wasn't easy.
Oh yeah, they. I mean, if you try, you gotta be trying.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, this could be in your pocket and you could fall any which way and you ain't breaking it, but it will break you.
Well, we've thrown them out of cars, run over them with cars, run over them with heavy equipment.
One wheels, caps.
Oh, one wheels, yeah.
We tested the armor cap.
Yeah.
The armor cap is unbelievably
All right. Later, Lou.
strong. So there you go. You also built a cap that is equally as durable and strong.
Oh, yeah.
Or a couple of caps.
The armored cap
Actually, now.
ought to last a long time.
And the cap
Hyper
armor.
caps last a long time. The cap armor,
Yep.
well, I don't know about you, but I really like the name because it's kind of a fun little play from armored caps to cap armor.
How many caps are in like a pack of caps?
Pack
At least
of caps.
5. So you can get a pack of caps, right? Like you can get like a little pack of them.
Not currently, but again, the
'Cause
people
I
that watch
think-
this stream, you know,
I'll tell you right now,
we'll go out of our
5
way.
caps and an armor and a
Some
cap armor. 5 caps and 1 cap armor would be perfect. The ability to protect your 5 caps and
Yeah.
how long that you're gonna
Well,
have
it
those.
just changes the whole experience too, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be epic.
Wow, we've really been streaming for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, this is exciting.
Wow. And there's still over 100 people tuned in, so guess we're not being
No,
overly boring.
We're just hanging out.
Nice.
We're all hanging out together.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's funny. The armor cap, yeah, it's definitely, especially seeing it in your peripheral, definitely steampunk.
Yeah. Oh,
The armor pack cap's got such a heavy jump click to it.
yeah, it does.
It's like a
I like this one
heavy caliber.
comment here from, I think it's Ben Hook. Tried a non-conventional way of heating. One of my favorite ways to heat these things is
Coals from a fire.
stick out of the campfire.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. That, okay, we know we can roast a marshmallow in the campfire and roast it, actually bake it, not burn it. We also know that we can burn a marshmallow. Okay. Well, we can use this product and literally grab a stick out of the campfire and just, without any problem at all, while just totally sitting back and relaxing, don't hold it over your lap with the hot coal, but just sit here and just chill. And you can heat that thing up, and it'll click when it's ready, and you can have fresh baked
Giving
cookies.
me survivalist vibes with Dynavap's
by the
good for
campfire.
perfect tool for like a survivalist or like walking out in the wilderness.
Oh, absolutely.
going
You know, like this stealth
in long
bee.
camping.
Are you kidding me? It weighs.
Right.
It's
The weight.
it's extremely lightweight. I mean, I think it's around 7 grams total for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the tip too.
Because there's just almost no mass here.
Right.
Yet it's a fully functional oven. All you need is something that's hot.
Yeah, and because it's silicone, it does not transfer that heat over to the silicone at all.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Campfires are nice. I think we tried with the magnifying glass. I think Pranav did that. It works.
Do you get a little wood smoke through it when you use the stick?
Not really.
No, because
No,
you're
because you're not
you're
drawing
pulling
on
it away.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
well. This is part of the advantage of heat, then taste.
After the
Right.
click, right?
It allows you to use energy sources to heat your oven that aren't necessarily clean, because you're just heating the outside of your oven. There's no airflow through anything,
Right.
and when it gets up to temperature, you take that heat source away, and none of that heat source is right there, so you can just use the heat. You know, uranium would be cool. I wonder if we could just make like a cap out of, you know, the right radioisotope, and it just always be hot.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting. An always hot cap.
Always hot cap.
So just be constant clicking.
Well, it wouldn't click. It just always
No
be at the
click,
right.
it's
It just always the
okay.
right temperature.
So atomically at like a 420
Yeah,
degree.
it's just nuclear.
That
But
would
this
be
cap
epic.
is just
Yeah.
always perfect temperature. So be careful. It'll burn you always.
So load, you put your cap on, and it's
Right. So
you're good.
Yeah, the cap has to stay in an insulated place because it's always hot.
That's awesome.
Now you might get a little radioactive flavor on your cookies.
Wait, do we load like a traditional wood oven? Do you have can I open a little door and put my material in? You know what I mean?
Well, I think what it'd be
How
is,
we loading?
Well, you just have to use a decapper,
Yeah, right. That's originally what I was
and
thinking.
you keep the hot cap in a special container, right?
Container, yeah, because it's just constantly.
And then you just load your stuff up, and then click on the hot cap, and now you have your session at whatever pace you want. And when you're done, you take off your hot cap, you debowl it, maybe let it cool off.
What kind of container could I put that in to put it then in my pocket?
I don't know.
Now we're getting some kind of science deep.
Oh, Nugadine.
My container is surrounded by dry ice and layered on the inside. I watched that the other day. Somebody shooting a laser through a block of dried ice.
That sounds fun.
That was fascinating. It took forever to go through it.
Huh.
That
Must
shit
have been
is
a weak
cold,
laser.
man. It was a pretty strong looking laser.
Well, dry ice is. I don't think it's.
It just took a while to
It's-
shoot through
it's
to
not
carve the hole.
It's not a color that's going to absorb a lot of light.
I mean, it was like a torch. It just took forever for him to torch through it.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
like lasers. They're pretty neat.
Yeah, it might have been a torch. Just like a really blue,
Torch would be really hard.
really blue.
Yep. Because what's going to happen with the torch is because it's burning all the butane fuel, it's going to be creating a whole lot of water vapor.
Okay.
When the water vapor hits the dry ice, it's going to condense. And then you have to not only sublimate the dry ice, but you have to evaporate the water.
Okay.
And water absorbs a massive amount of heat. In fact, the latent heat of vaporization for water is one of the highest of effectively almost any substance you're going to come in contact with throughout your life.
Interesting.
It's really interesting. absorbs a tremendous amount of heat.
Dry ice is fascinating.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think we gave away a couple of these really cool, unusual M7 titanium almost stealths, and
Absolutely.
had a nice little chat, some good tunes.
Yep. It's been good. And we'll be
Yeah.
back when?
Oh yeah, we'll be back here again on Wednesday, I believe.
Yep.
April 1st, 9.
April 1st.
April 1st.
9 a.m. Central.
Be there.
it.